My brothers and sisters, welcome to another great episode of the GRG podcast. Can I get the amen up in here?
Amen, I guess.
Okay. Welcome everybody to our 20th episode. People didn't think that we could do it, but hot damn it, we made it. And so right now, I just want to let everybody know, thank you so much for rocking out with us and being and supporting the GRG podcast. I don't know how the hell Livewire got into this group, but he's here. He's fat. And we got another crazy announcement from my boy Fonzarelli, but we'll let him talk about it. But we just wanted to let you know that tonight, gamers all over the world, the GRG podcast is starting right now. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody, man? Welcome to GRG. And man, I'm so happy to hear it. Delilah, go ahead, man. What's up to everybody?
What's up, everybody? You know, happy it's Friday. Finally get a break. You know, been working all week, so I'm looking forward to this.
Yes.
Yeah, man. It's good to hear from you all. And I'm just playing catch up, still playing catch up, coming back from E3. So, yeah, man.
No doubt. And going on down the line, Lady Infamous, I see that you got your extensions, your purple and your green extensions that you got from the E3. So how is that going for you? Are you rocking out, looking good?
I got purple and green extensions because I swear my hair is brown.
Look, you're supposed to go along with that. You're supposed to go along with that.
I can't do that because I don't know what I'm getting myself into.
Okay.
Happy Friday, you guys. This is Lady Infamous 415, Grown Women Gaming, IntraMediaGaming.com. I'm glad to be back, and I'm ready to talk about these games.
No doubt. And so we moving on down the line. Our boy Fonzarelli, what's going on with you?
What's up, man? It's Friday night. It's been a busy, hectic week for me. Been working long hours this week and tired as hell, man. But I'm ready to talk games.
Yeah, that's it, for real. Also, the man of the hour, our Donald Trump, that's constantly in the news. What's up with you, man? How can you make the podcast and then run the country? Explain that to us, Livewire. Explain that.
Man, listen, because I don't really run the country. Have you not seen the bills that I've been putting out? This shit don't even make any sense. You know why? Because I don't read them. I just go with the best of them. I be with Bone on fucking Tiger Woods and shit.
Nice. Anyway, and you know, as usual, all day it's supposedly SeaWorld. And Fonzarelli.
Oh shit.
Fonzarelli, could you give us a little insight about all day being in SeaWorld?
Yeah, he's the main attraction tonight, guys. So if you want to go see him, it's only $7.50 at the door. Just go there, tell him that All Day sent you.
Wait, hold up. All Day's the Blackfish? I thought he died.
Oh.
Did to kill him die? Whatever.
No, I think he's still squirming. I
He done killed like 45 people and shit.
Hey, you know what? All Day's got many faces, man. We just don't know, man. He's the many-faced God. So let's go ahead and move on. And as usual, Don is out there doing the Lord's work by out there doing some nature hunting. I think this time he's out there with a pack of wolves nursing another baby wolf to come out into the world. So thank you, Don, for helping out nature, because that is exactly what's going on. And as always, Xbox 448 is being held by Knife Point by old snap sucker. So let's get on with the show. I'm so excited. So let's get on to it from the very first topic, man. There's a lot of topics we're gonna run down, but this crazy news that just popped up, I think it was yesterday, from the developer of Detroit, comes out and says, he's implying that, you know, for having an Xbox is absolutely stupid. But then he goes and he says, when you wake up and Detroit becomes human, and Detroit Become Human is still a PS4 exclusive, you're still an Xbox owner. Now, I'm going to go to you, our PlayStation man, Fonzarelli. Can you please explain to me, why would a dev go that far into and tap his toe into the console war to present that? Why?
Man, I don't even know why they would do something like this. All I could say is that this, for me, if I'm that dev, man, I'm firing somebody. Or if I'm the owner of that company, I'm firing somebody. Somebody's going, because honestly, why would you do something like that? Let's say something happens between you and Sony, and you are just potentially, crapping in the mouth that could potentially feed you. I don't understand it. Devs should not get into that space of fanboyism.
No, I totally agree. I don't understand what the hell that was about either. I'm flabbergasted. Like I mean, to go as far as what the whole disc, blue disc, green disc, all that stuff with from Sapella. That was crazy enough, but this is way overstepping the bounds. So, Livewire, what do you think about this, man? Give us your input.
Oh boy. Well, man, it's. I don't even like. I think it's one partially because maybe his game's not getting the buzz, because it doesn't make sense for me, as far as what he's saying about, like, if you are Xbox owner. Because Xbox owners don't typically buy his style of games, That'd be like trying to fucking tell a vegan, yo, we got hamburgers over here. You ain't gonna have no hamburgers tonight. Be like, the fuck? I don't eat hamburgers, bitch. What the fuck you talking about? So to me, I don't really get his taunting of the X. I don't get it. It's like, well, what if an Xbox owner did fucking go out and buy a PlayStation 4 for Detroit? Human whatever experience or whatever the fuck it's called, right? So you go buy this game and then you thought, oh shit, I thought this was like an Xbox game. This shit ain't fucking what I thought it was. You're gonna be mad as fuck. So I don't know, man. I just don't get the logic that this guy's trying to pull. I don't know.
Besides, who's gonna buy a PS4 for that game anyway? I'm just saying.
I mean, it's like you got mad other games to buy. I mean,
they got their library.
Because think about it. By the time that comes, okay.
I bought a PlayStation 4 with certain games. I wanted
that game.
We're talking about like something like Detroit Become Human, like one of those visual cinematic movie quick time.
I can get it Uncharted or something like that.
Yeah, it's like Heavy Rain, QTEs and stuff.
Yeah,
it's just, like buying an Xbox game. I'd be like buying Xbox for fucking Telltale
But to Lady Infamous' point, like usually when you buy a system, you look for like what games is going to be compatible, what you're looking forward to, and that's not one of the ones you should look at. You're looking at something more action oriented, more first person shooter, like something along those lines, not some quick time event movie based game. So
yeah, I mean, I don't see anybody. I mean, Xbox doesn't even have those type of games like that. Like, I mean, yeah, we got those indies, but like. Yeah. Those are main staples of the Xbox franchise. So to act like Xbox gamers want to go out and buy that game, that didn't make any sense, because that's probably not why they bought an Xbox in the first place.
Right.
Yeah, to me, that game reminds me of like like Life is Strange or some of the Telltale type style. Like
now, don't get me wrong. If Microsoft had a Telltale bundle with Life is Strange and that person, maybe there are people that bought all the Telltale games only and Life is Strange and other games equivalent to that. Maybe so, but I think that number is far in between.
Yeah. It's not like like I said, it's not like a first person shooter or Halo or
it's not one of those games. It's not a console seller. Infamous, do you have anything to say about this?
It's like this. If you're in the video game business, you can't be talking. I just don't understand that you can't be biased. I mean, you can't be like you can't have a preference on who you mess with in the industry, because that's how you get your money, though, right? I mean, am I correct?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like this. If you got any like I got both systems, so I know he's not talking to me. So.
She sound like she gonna whoop somebody's ass. That's what she sounded like. Yeah, we get you.
It's not that. It's just that it messed me up sometimes, because us as gamers, we gotta learn to accept and adapt everyone's preference to gaming, but you got people that actually making money, making a living, you know, also giving opinions on their consoles. And instead of being like neutral so you can get all the paper, you want to go mess around and say something like that and missing half your paper.
Preach!
Yeah.
Keep going, girl. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Preach. Talk to them. Talk to the gamers tonight. We're gonna have gaming church. We're gonna have gaming church. Talk to them.
I'm up right now, but like I was saying, don't let nobody. You can cross your blessings too as well. You can have other companies or other businesses that won't even look your way because you said something like that. You feel me?
Right.
I mean, that's kind of like what Fonz just said. You know, he's like, man, you know, you never know what can happen. They can all of a sudden lose Sony's backing, and all of a sudden have to turn to another big publisher like Microsoft or you know, Nintendo or something like that. And now look, you know, you're gonna be up, you know, just kind of, you know, hanging on like a thin rope, trying to figure out exactly who you're gonna partner with because you done said something stupid on the internet. People take that stuff serious these days because social media is like ruining everything.
As I say, hashtag too invested.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think, I don't know, man. I felt like it could have been just there was, you know, being silly or an intern having fun, like, you know, to me.
Intern.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, right? Because come on, think about it. They deleted it after the fact. Like, they're like, oh, this is blowing up. Let's delete this tweet. Like, to me, I'm like, they just sound like a mistake. They thought it was going to fly. They thought it was going to be cool, and it didn't go well. Like, they opened up a can of worms instead of it just being like, ha, 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 this is funny. Nah, bro. Like, people take this stuff real serious, you know, which is crazy to me. It still blows my mind how serious people take this whole fanboy console. My console's better than yours type stuff. People are serious. It's like, what set you claim? You know what I mean? It's
people that's died from this. If you read like those back articles where people have killed somebody over a video game, or you know, it's insane these days, man. Look, I've always said that I prefer the Xbox over the PlayStation. Well, the Xbox One over the PlayStation 4. But I have that system. I have the 4 right here looking dead at me. I have like over 50 games. I enjoy when I play it. I enjoy it. Like the Wipeout XL. That little collection, played the shit out of it earlier this week, and you know, I enjoyed it. I love that. Like, you know, look, just because I say that my preference is Xbox doesn't mean that I don't game on anything. So on anything else. So you know, it's crazy, man.
It reminds me of what Chappelle said a while ago in his stand up. He was saying, like, you know, he's advertised for Coke and Pepsi, you know, and he's like, somebody was like, well, which one tastes better? He's like, which one ever, you know, paid me most recently. It's like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of what? These devs ain't loyal.
Oh,
these devs ain't loyal.
Oh man, see, they know what kind of podcast,
like, that's
this
you know, that's exactly what it is. These devs ain't loyal. So, you know, whoever paying them, that's what they're gonna roll with.
Right. They like, you are absolutely right when you pulled out that song.
Well,
like, man, I mean, because you'll think that like, even if, for instance, going to E3, talking to devs and stuff, you would think that they want to appeal to as many people as possible. They want to be like you said, unbiased and not trying to point at, you know, X, Y, and Z. Like I said, I think this is really a mistake, and just like an honest mistake, and it just kind of blew up to what it is now.
No, that's not an honest mistake, dude.
They were having fun. Look, they could have been just chilling out. Like I said, could have been an intern having fun on the internet.
You just don't, hey, man. Somebody lost their job. I think somebody took. I think somebody took that L, as they like to throw at me. Like
somebody young, having fun, thinking they was just trolling some fanboys. I mean, seriously, like, you got to look at it sometimes in the best light as you possibly can. Because I'm trying to get the benefit of the doubt. I really am.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
You see, a lot of
giving people they're adults though.
Yeah, I like trolling fanboys sometimes too, but the thing is they're developers, you know, and I just don't see. Somebody got fired. Like I said earlier, somebody got fired.
be somebody, you know, on the bottom of the totem that cleared that, because social media is important these days. You can't just go spewing off anything these days, man.
And
With social media.
Well, yeah, okay. The article that it came from, I like reading the articles that they come out with. Some, for the most part, they're usually legit on some things, but they need to be called out because it was a clickbait article from the jump. The title said Sony, came out and said Sony. You know what? And it wasn't. It had nothing to do with Sony. It was. Right, it was the develop. It was somebody from that department who makes that game from.
But you see that, right? Because see, the media, the gaming media, anyway, they love that drama, guys. They like to push this console war narrative because it sells.
It does.
People love this stuff.
It does. Okay, but I got to turn this around because as I gave took my hat off and said, look, this wasn't Sony. This next one, Jim Ryan, he is from Sony. He is from Sony, and he was acting a damn fool. Look, I don't know if he was high or he was just.
Somebody need to gag this dude. Somebody need to seriously gag this dude.
Because ain't no way he gonna come out the mouth and say the shit he had to say about indie developers.
Look,
he messy. I'm just saying they dropped.
I think him and Greenberg must be hanging out sometimes. That's what I think.
Yeah, because it was real messy what he was talking about. But yeah. I think out of everything that he said, which was stupid, talking about the indies were irrelevant, but the thing about Minecraft and that Xbox isn't safe for children, like Xbox Live is not safe for children. That was insane. Like I'm really thinking that they got him from E3. He was lit. He was in the moment.
Let me explain. It isn't good for children because it's addicting. People are.
Oh, come on, Fonz. Come on, Fonz. Look, all day's not here. All day's not here. Don't do that. That's an all day thing right there. That's an all day thing right there. He's over there catching fish over here. So okay, good job for you all.
Oh, but we haven't announced though. We haven't announced. Also, we got Livewires, who is a human dolphin, guys. We found out about that last week.
That's right. Hey, hold on for everybody out there. You know what? It's bad. You don't need to be telling us shit because we will light your ass up and let everybody know. Okay, our boy Livewire, our Donald Trump,
6'7".
6'7".
Don't play basketball.
Like I asked him, like, dude, I say, bro, I'm 6'4", 6'5", like, right, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, he's 6'7", like, damn, bro. And then he's like, you play ball? He was like, no.
I don't play ball no more. I'm too old for that shit.
No, you didn't play ball, period. He says, no, bro, I don't play ball.
I played in college for like a semester.
Hey, Fonzarelli, where's that?
I don't have that lined up.
Oh my God. Fonzarelli, man. Okay.
Nah, I used to swim. I don't swim like that no more. I ain't been in the pool in a good minute.
When you see Livewire, make sure you say Livewire, aka Dolphin Tail, or aka Flipper, because that dude that says he was a swimmer. Like he didn't play basketball, he swim. Now we know he's got. Yeah, there you go.
Dude, I was nice in the pool, man. I was nice.
I was
in the pool. I want to know Olympic level. Nah, fuck that. But yeah, I was nice though.
Yeah. So regardless of that, though, that's cool shit. Because you know what? Look, swimming it's grueling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I tried some when I was playing football and shit like that. We had to go and run through the pool and shit like that. That's some real man work. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, you know, look at Michael Phelps, all the work that he did. Them dudes are chiseled, but still, you 6'7" and you didn't pick up a basketball. Like, I mean, you got dreads, bro. You belong on the court.
Wait, dude, I ain't get locks until after I stopped swimming.
Fonz really said live Flipper.
Once I couldn't swim no more, then I grew my hair out. I was like, fuck it.
Is it true though? The swimmers got to shave all the hair off their body and everything.
I don't know about all that. I mean, some people do it, but I wasn't going that far. I wasn't going around shit because you know what? Because the track team does the same damn thing. They be shaving their legs and all that shit. I'd be like, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I don't need that much aerodynamics. I'm not trying to be a Olympic runner or none of that shit.
So you saying that you go ahead and explain? Just give us just about 30 seconds.
That's what I did.
Okay, explain. What did you do? Like, what was you a relay or what did you do, bro?
Yeah, I did the breaststroke and crossstroke. I was solid at the backstroke, but I don't know. I kept on getting disqualified for slapping motherfuckers in the other lane and shit. Shit wasn't intentional, man. Because the dude, like, I have bad direction when I'm like trying to do the backstroke. It is what it is, man. I done slapped a couple people in the face, you know.
Okay, all right. 6'7". We call him Live Flipper. That's saying the Donald Trump of YouTube, Live Flipper. That boy is bad, mamma jamma.
Yeah, I was nice in the water, man. I was, man. I was out here on the court, man.
My God!
Wait, hold on, time out.
I was a small forward, though.
The llama can even breathe.
Oh, man.
Time out. Who has the flip? Who has the dolphin sounds?
That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, it's nice to have that. So next time we intro live wires, you got to intro them with this.
Number one. That's the one thing I didn't do. I didn't do the butterfly. That's the dolphin thing. I wasn't even a butterfly,
man. Oh man,
that's that Michael Phelps shit. I wasn't fucking with that butterfly. That shit wasn't for me.
Okay. Now, hey man, you can't talk hard or nothing no more. You a swimmer.
What? All right, you talk that shit now. Aquaman your ass in the pool.
You might get me. I ain't gonna even lie.
You can't make it with the dude talking hella shit outside the pool.
Hey,
like get in the pool. No, fuck that. You get out the pool.
Come in the water. No, bro. No, I don't want no problems. Man, come on out here on this dirt. Come out here in this dirt. No. You get in this water. No, hell no. We ain't messing with Aqua Live Flipper. We ain't doing that. But anyway, man, let's get
out in the water.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Let's get on back on these topics. That is absolutely hilarious. So, okay. All right, another story that just kind of popped up kind of today. Everybody, us Xbox Nation, we was over here rejoicing because, the Xbox One X, it's on its way. X is going to get you. And, it came out that Project Cars 2 was going to be 4K 60 frames. I know Fonzarelli likes that 60 frames.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I need to find that little
sound. Look at that. We got Xbot 448 in the house. What's up, Xbot?
Stop it. Stop it.
You're crazy,
man. You're a damn fool tonight, Fonz. Anyway.
What's up, Xbot? Good to see you.
Oh man, y'all, I can't even talk over here. I can't barely breathe.
What are you doing, Fonz? You stupid. You sound just like Xbox. I'm over here clicking on shit, looking like Xbox. Damn, Snapchat is loose. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
He's in our chat right now.
Oh, okay. All right. What's up, Xbox? What's going on with you? Say what's up to the family out here, to the congregation.
Hey, Xbox.
What it is.
Yeah, see, he's not in here like I thought.
Anyway.
He's in the chat.
He's in the chat.
Oh, he's in the chat.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, okay, whatever. Never mind. I thought he was in the box. Like, damn, man, I hear you. All right. Oh, man, this is a wild show already, man. Anyway, okay, so come to find out that the dude said he misspoke. Guy from Ad Studio, Steven Valen. He said that it's not. It's basically not going to be 4K 60. It's going to be whatever that they can get it to be, basically. And
cool. They probably just got a dev kits. They probably still got to work on it. It is
right. And that was one of the things that I heard. Like, I think it was Wednesday morning. Somebody made a video and they were talking about that there was developers that said that they didn't get certain dev kits from Xbox for the X. And so I said, I'm not buying it. I don't believe that. I mean, if Ubisoft,
I believe it.
Well, obviously it's the truth now, because I mean, if these people don't have, they're going off of the old hardware. So obviously they're saying that they don't. If they don't have the old if they have the old hardware and they're pushing everything, then it's not going to work. It's not going to be able to do 4K 60 frames on either system. So therefore, it's one of those things where you damn if you do, damn if you don't. And I was also seeing a tweet that was from Mike Ibarra, and he said that some of those dev kits were like 70 to 80% done to give out to everybody. So there was people that was asked out, which is kind of disappointing. They should have already had this sent out already.
Yeah, I mean, they have games running on dev kits at E3 on show floor. So, I mean, maybe they just weren't finalized for some people. And you got to think about it. They got to get these kits out to everybody if they want people to make games for them. So, I mean, it could be some truth to that. I don't know. I mean, of course, we don't know, right? But,
well, obviously, it's got to be some truth because they had to backtrack and say, look, I mean, it's not going to be 4K 60 on the X1X or the X basically, and it's not going to definitely not be 4K 60 on the Pro. So it's just one of those things.
I mean, I understand that narrative and stuff, but I don't get why that matters. Like, I mean, because I look at it like, man, the games.
Worms again.
What do you mean open up worms? I mean, I've played the thing. A lot of people haven't. So you will see. You will see when you play it just how different it is. When they say you could tell the difference, trust me, you could tell the difference.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, I already believe you on that. I'm just talking about with the situation of that it doesn't matter about the frames and all of that. That's been
because for me, I guess, I mean, of course, I can only speak for myself. To me, that is not what does it for me. You know what I mean? So
right. So and for one thing, for me, I will say this. I used to not give a damn about the whole resolution graphics thing. Yeah. I was all about like, look, I just want a good game to play well, to do all this. But after seeing this E3 and seeing what games can potentially look like, it changed me. Like my investment into a 4K television, or if you bought a 4K monitor, I want to be maxed out. I mean,
people are they really jumping on this whole 4K thing, which is, to me, it's important because, if you think about the next 3 years, everybody's going to have a 4K TV. Mm-hmm. But I look at it like in a different light because Microsoft did say that it's going to improve your 1080, your TV. If you have a 1080p TV, it's going to improve that as well. So people harp on, I'm going to get a 4K TV like it's a requirement when it's not a 100% like requirement. They said it wasn't. So, I mean, I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let me ask the rest of the panel. Y'all can just jump in, whoever wants to, about Jim Ryan's comments. I mean, that was. What do you guys have to say about any of that? I mean,
himself up. Period.
Yeah, somebody to just gag him. Just gag him.
You just don't do that. He I don't know. Like somebody said, he must have been high.
Are you Infamous? Are you in a tunnel somewhere? I mean, are you?
We can barely hear you. Are you close to the mic?
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You're talking through a bong right now or something.
Okay, hit me real quick and I'll fix it. I'll be back.
All right.
Okay, all right. Cool. Yeah, because we didn't know what the hell was going on. We thought
she said like she was like on her phone in the back somewhere, yelling across the room.
Yeah, like hey, yeah, like you have the phones in the kitchen or something.
She was on speakerphone like my wife be doing. Wife be like on the speakerphone doing some other shit. I'd be like, I can't hear you. She'd be like, what?
Here's somebody.
What do you mean? What? Could you take me off a speakerphone? What? I was doing something. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know what the hell you saying.
And look at that. Somebody said she was on her Razor phone.
What do you think about this, Fonzie? Really? I mean, like,
I think he should just shut his mouth. Dude, him and Donald Trump need to be quiet sometimes. And I think Jim Ryan is getting up there. Trump, man, talking too much. Just stay off social media. Just stay out of the media in general.
Do you think there's like a little bit just reactionary? Like he kind of like, oh snap, just kind of spewing off the hip because he, reacting to the whole Xbox One X reveal and just don't even know how to deal with it.
Of course, it's some of that. Look, I'm not even looking at it through Sony goggles. I'm looking at it as just a gamer, and I see a man who sees a powerful console, and he's like, that thing right there is going to do put in some work and show people some, great looking games, and it's going to sell. I've already predicted that the X, I think it's going to sell better than the Pro in comparison to PS4. So of course he's worried about that. Is he worried about losing the console, quote unquote war? No, of course not. They've got 60 million in place. He's way ahead. That's why he needs to shut up. There is no reason for this guy to be talking about this stuff. None.
And you know what it is. I'm assuming he was at E3, right?
We have no idea. I think part of it was in E3.
So what I'm assuming was, from all what I've heard was like, Xbox and Nintendo were like the bells of the ball.
They were pretty popular.
So if everybody's talking, and partially that's because of what I also heard that Sony did with this whole you gotta download shit on your phone in order to play games and shit. I don't know what the fuck they was thinking about that shit, but that shit kind of killed their momentum, any momentum that they did have as far as E3 wise, So
I thought Sony had like.
Oh man!
Stop it. Anyway, I thought when at E3 Sony had a nice booth. Theirs was like way bigger than Microsoft's booth, just like in sheer size and the amount of space you had to walk around. Xbox though was definitely very, very popular because they had the X on the show floor. They had some of the dev kits out there. You could just kind of like walk up and play, but the lines were ridiculously long because it was open to the public, so it was really thick in there. Like you could. I mean, it was so packed in the Xbox booth. It was ridiculous.
It was exactly the same controllers and everything, right?
Yeah, everything. No new controllers, anything like that.
You do the design lab? You do that?
Yeah, they had the design lab. You can go up and make a controller and stuff like that. But as far as they didn't change the Xbox controller at all. I mean, it's the Bluetooth one with the grips on the back, though.
Yeah, that's the newest one that came out 2 months ago. So.
They said that's the only thing they added was they kept the grips on the back and the Bluetooth, so it can work with your other devices and stuff like that.
Yeah, the grips is nice. I love the grips. Even though on my Elite, my grips are starting to peel off. I've been having this controller for a year and a half, and I've been chilling though.
Yeah, another thing too, like the name is starting to grow on me because at first I'm like, man, I hate the name, like X1X. I'm like, man, that name sucks.
The name is garbage.
It is Scorpio. Right. Everybody agrees with that.
It should have been Scorpio.
I think it's
they couldn't name
call it the X. Honestly, call it the X.
Call it the X. But you know what's crazy? Like now it's growing on me. Like the more I use it, the more I say it, the more I say the X. I don't say Xbox One X. I use this.
I treat it like DMX. I never call it DMX. I just be like, yo, it's X. You listen to that X album,
right?
Easy. Because nobody listen to Exhibit. Right. My bad for anybody living on the X of us.
Well, that was my favorite. Regardless of all that, on to the Xbox hype at the conference. It's also E3 was the most watched on social media. It had the most buzz. A lot of people were saying that E3 was trash, that it was garbage, didn't have anything for them or whatever. But it was the most watched on social media, had a lot of buzz, and the Xbox reveal was the most watched on like Twitch, on Mixer, and other streaming sites. So, what does that say, guys? About the momentum that Xbox is. It seems like they're going in the right direction, or you just think it was just the anticipation of knowing what this thing is going to look like. It was just a bunch of hype. What do you think about this?
I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it has a certain level of hype with it, but also just the amount of excitement. Anytime a new hardware releases, it's exciting. I mean, people even stayed up to watch when Switch did their little reveal on YouTube or whatever. People just like to see new hardware, and people get excited about it. And I think right now, in regards to timing, like for me personally, just like my wallet and things that I my personal life, it's like for me, it's perfect timing for me. You know what I mean? It's like, man, in the fall, I got something to look forward to. And I think that can be said for a lot of people. There are people who still have their 360s, and they're like, man, I could just jump straight to the X. So, I mean.
What do you think about that, Infamous? Where are you at on that?
Oh, well, look, it's like this. It was
in the dark room. Like,
y'all can hear me?
You keep, you go in and out. Like
you're really, you sound like you're really far away, but we can hear you.
It sounds like it's her mic or something, like a short in the cord or something like that.
Yeah, maybe if it's a cord. Like you got the headsets on the earpieces.
I can't hear it all now, man.
Yeah, I think she tried to fix it, trying to change her mic.
Okay, all right. Well, Livewire, what do you think about this? I mean, is it hype? Is it that actually people are excited for the X? What do you think?
I just think people are ready to. People just want what they thought they were going to get in the first place. I think that's all it really is. You know, like, come on, we've been hearing this for the last maybe 2-3 years after the launch of these consoles. Be like, well, these consoles are kind of
gimped.
Like, yeah, they're cool, but they're not the leap that everybody expected. You know.
I think that.
And
the
X is kind of giving people what they wanted initially, like what they thought they were going to get. You know, I think that's why people are more excited for it now. I think people were kind of excited for the Pro a little bit, but the problem with the Pro was before the shit even came out and Sony even said what it was, there was already reports coming out saying, "Yeah, it's not going to be what you want it to be."
And and the fan base just said,
"Well, shoot, people were asking for PS5 before the Pro even dropped." So
right.
That's because of Scorpio, though.
No, they weren't asking for it. It was just being dropped everywhere. People were like, "Oh, it's coming, it's coming." No, it's not.
Or they, well, yeah.
60.
I think people thought the Pro was
million install base.
Here's how bad the media got. Even Forbes wrote an article about the PS5 possibly coming in 2018. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, especially not the way it was selling. See, that's the only thing. Like, the only reason why Xbox is able to make the move that they're going to sell more is because one, they didn't have the most popular console. Even though it's selling extremely well in comparison to 360, it's still not the most popular console amongst the consoles out. Other than, obviously Nintendo's trying to get its legs, but PS4 is obviously just selling incredible. So, and it was good enough. You know, like people didn't really complain about PS4 because it was better. It had the better games than Xbox, right? So it was like, all right, Xbox it might be lower, so we're gonna shit on that. PS4 is cool, but once the new Xbox started coming up and new PS4 coming up, you're like, okay, these are even better consoles. That's what's up. But when the PlayStation 1 kind of like fizzled and the Xbox One X is like this monster thing, you know, now it's like, oh shit, this is a whole another, almost like the beginning of another generation, to be honest. You know, I mean, a generation within a generation.
Right.
Right. And that was the thing that they were actually stressing, was that, you know, and Xbox was wanting to get rid of the generations.
Just Sony. Them.
And Sony wanted to keep the generations because they could because in all theory, Sony having all these having being the console leader basically, and then going into like the next generation, it would already have the momentum like the 360 was supposed to, but the 360 when they came with the Xbox One, it completely just it was messed up. It was jacked up because of the reveal and everything of the price and all of that. So Xbox is trying to go with another direction with this mid-tier systems, and it's bananas that how powerful this thing really is. Because the one thing, like, there's still naysayers and doubters out there, but the one thing that you have not heard is from any dev or from any insider that this console is not capable of pushing out what they advertise. Like, this thing is legit. Only people that's talk shit about it is the people that's just a hater of Xbox, or that's just one of those conspiracy theorists that thinks that everything is just not true.
Well, they can't shit on it, because if they shit on it, they're even doing the Pro even more of a disservice. So I don't think any developer is going to shit on the Xbox One X. I just don't see it happening.
I agree.
Because that'd be like that's like somebody trying to shit on somebody with a BMW, but they driving in a Honda. Well, what the fuck you driving? Like, the fuck? Like, what you talking about? Like,
may I say something? The reach that you guys can hear me better now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
A little bit. Go ahead.
The reach is with the Xbox One X is so big that developers, they're gonna want their games on there, and they're gonna want to test out how far their game can go. I think it's a good platform. Like Mega said, if anybody's hating on this piece of hardware, it's just the super duper fanboys, and you have to respect the hardware for what it is, and that's just a respect issue. I personally, I can't wait to get it. My pocket's not fat. It's gonna take me a while to get this console, but best believe that I do want to experience what the Xbox One X has to offer. Because I already got the 60 and I already got the one, and it's just I see my gaming area and I'll be like, I'm proud. You know what I mean? And I can't wait to get that hardware in my hands.
Yeah, we're gonna look at something similar to what happened with the OG Xbox and the PS2. That's what we're kind of looking at right now.
Well,
when people are talking about, well, what if they're going to be parity? There was no parity with the OG Xbox and the PS2.
There has never been parity in the history of gaming. There has never been parity ever since consoles was brought to the fans. Never, ever. So just with the marketing deals and all of this, the rumors, the speculation, if this is to come out to be true, this will be probably the darkest time in gaming history, next to the fall of gaming back in the Atari era.
I think it'll just make them.
I mean, no. When you got
devs look bad.
Well, okay. Well, it makes the devs look bad. It makes gaming too bad. And then it came to I made a video a long time ago when I very first started, and I was talking about potentially with these publishers and gaming becoming big business, that it can actually come out to be problematic for all of us in the long run, because if doesn't matter who's the console leader, but the person but whoever the company that's in charge or has the more say so, if they feel that they're threatened, if they have deeper pockets or if they have marketing deals or whatever, and they say, look, I don't want my game to look like this, then I don't want this other system to look better than mine. I want you to do what, to keep it the same. That right there is a big ass problem. And I don't know as gamers I know what I would do about it. I would say, fuck it, I'm not buying that game of whoever is going to that route, going to those links because of a marketing deal. That's not how that's supposed to work. If your system is not the most powerful, then so the fuck what? Make it perform better than it's ever performed. That's what you do. That's how it's always been.
We know the games won't look worse. That's just not happening. It's not going to look worse. Mm-hmm. But the whole thing is, will they push it ahead of where the Pro is?
I feel this is what I want to say. I feel like they probably won't even, like the way Microsoft made this the dev kits, the developers aren't gonna really have to try. I mean, just from people I've talked to, they're gonna have to try all that hard in order to get a lot out of the system. So, for instance, if they are pushing for parity, the Xbox One X just on hardware alone is gonna perform better. It's never. To me, the parity, that shouldn't even be part of this discussion, because it's not going to be any parity. They can think that they're doing the same on PlayStation as Pro, but it's going to just play better on Xbox One.
I'm just talking about the settings. What if they keep it on medium settings or something?
Yeah, exactly. Live, you're right, and that's what I was saying.
Now, if they lock down frame rates and they lock down certain features, then we can have something to argue about.
But here's the thing: if they lock down a 30 locked frame rate, okay, but it is dipping a bit on the Pro, it should play better on the X. However, they're locked at a medium settings, for their visuals. That's what you're going to get on the X, and that's bad. That's terrible.
And that'll be a problem. But if they just doing direct ports, it's going to by default on hardware alone going to play better on X.
But you know what, Delilah?
Right.
I don't think they're going to do it. You know why? There's so many fucking games out there to give us shitty games. We'll just pass it over. Because it's like, look, you thinking that you're going to put shit parity over here and think that we're going to just stand for that? Fuck that. We can play something else.
But here's
not all devs is in pockets. Yeah, go ahead.
Third-party games are sold really well on both consoles, so they're not going to bite the hand that feeds them.
Yeah.
I think they're going to give us a good product on the X, and I honestly think that once the X is finally out and people finally see the true potential of this console, I think then developers will start developing games for it and start making games even better.
I think they're doing stuff with it for it now, but I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's like, man, if you would just talk to people that either had like anytime I saw the dev kit playing one of the games on show floor, I asked, I said, "Oh man, I see you got the Xbox dev kit. How is it coding and developing for Xbox One X?" It's like, "Oh man, it's so easy. You do undo, try to explain the buttons to on the front of the dev kit." I'm like, man, I really can't. I don't want to really follow because I really want to play the game. Real talk. I didn't really want to try to pay attention too much, but
like, I don't want to hear all that.
It was pretty much telling me that like they can press a button and switch between the different hardware types. Like, they can scale it that way. They could put the base code, like the 4K, let's say PC standard in first. Do everything they have to do, press a button and then switch to the Xbox One vanilla, press another button and switch to and scale that way. By just pressing a button, not even porting them back. It's pretty cool the way the guy was explaining it to me. It's like, and they're able to customize those buttons to do whatever they want with them. They can set to focus a certain graphical fidelity pieces, and they can just kind of toggle out certain parts. It was pretty neat. Like I said, I wanted to play the game, but because that was for Strange Brigade. It's the game that the dude was trying to tell me about the dev kit. Like he was really like hype about the dev kit itself. Just
there's been, like I said, there's been no developer that's talked bad about this. Check this out. Now I'm going to say this, and this will be the last point that I'm going to say about the Xbox, and we'll get to another topic. But this was pretty fascinating because this came from Sapella, somebody that was a dev for Titanfall 2, and if you remember back last year, Sapella came out with not Sapella himself. Well, I think it was Sapella, but it was those guys that was moving the Titanfall to PlayStation, and they wanted, I guess, to get the PlayStation guys and girls out there to get them, excited for Titanfall because it's coming. It's a multiplayer now and all of this, and they was very critical about the Xbox. But now, after reading this report, that these guys hit 6K. Like, I'm like, this shit, it can't even be real. This can't even be real. Like, this is fuck your couch type of shit. Like, this ain't even real.
Possible? It's 6K possible?
What TV supports 6K right now? Like, what TV?
Let me read you what he said, okay? What this developer said that was from Respawn. He says, when it comes to the X1X, it means there are times I'll render at higher than 4K and then downsample to whatever resolution that the X1X is outputting to. It's truly glorious on a 4K display. This quote will come back and haunt me, I'm sure. But there were times on War Games last time it was tested where it was rendering at 32p. That's 6K internally.
Dude, you had to. I wish you could have saw the
let me finish the rest. Okay, he says the internal render resolution is dictated by the GPU load. So obviously there was no guarantees as to how often it renders at the particular resolutions, but essentially we're using 100% GPU at all times. That is like what is this thing? Like, this thing is like Star Trek level. Like, this shit will microwave, like will beam me a fucking ham sandwich if I ask for it.
I think it's a good press.
But to bring it down to earth, I think that's just dev talk, like Mark Cerny talking about 8.4 T-flops on the PS4 is possible. It's all that dev math and shit. I really don't see any, logic in putting that even out there.
I just think it's a press.
If it can hit 6K at a certain point, it's not going to be sustainable, and it's not going to be relevant.
No. It's not about but it's not about the 6K part, Fonz.
I know what you're saying. You're saying that because it could hit that at some point or whatever, it's a beast. And I agree, it is a beast. We all know that this 6 teraflop machine is a monster. That GPU is fantastic for a console, but and like I don't want to put that out there and make people run with it, because there's going to be some guys out there, Mega, going, Mega told me this thing does 6K.
Well, and I know, yeah. And then here comes the L Mega congregation, L Mega lying again. But anyway, that's why I read what he quoted.
Hey, before we move on from the X, I just want to say one more thing, because we could not, here at GRG, we could not get the rights to DMX. We could not do it. It was just way too expensive. So I had my boy make this up for you guys. So here you go. Here you go.
The X is going to give it to ya.
All right. Thanks a lot, Daniel. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Hey, can we get that dolphin one more time? Just because, I mean, can we get it?
Livewire, start talking.
That's all. Man. That's crazy.
There we go. So anyway, let's go on to the next topic. Hot damn. All right. Now, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Okay, we were hearing that okay, of course, we've all heard it. That's people that's been Xbox fans. Xbox has no exclusives. Xbox has no games. Xbox don't have anything for me at all. Okay, so come to find out that Xbox has got a job listing that they are having, that they're making a Horizon Zero Dawn type of game. Like, it's not going to be, an actual ripoff, but they're trying to have a Horizon Zero Dawn S type of game, and then also Microsoft is looking for a UK graphics artist to work on a AAA action FPS game. So we're gonna
be Halo 5, man. I mean,
what is that?
That could be Halo. That could be Halo.
No, they said UK. That's 343 is American.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So,
Well, UK. That could be rare with Perfect Dark. Oh.
Okay. There you go. Anyway, so this isn't Halo. Look, Halo is not. Look, my prediction, and I'm gonna say it right now: Halo 6 is not coming for a minute. I think Halo is going through a timeout period. Master Chief is going to have to wait, and I'm excited about that, because if you're going to bring me a Halo, it's going to have to be, something that's, give me something with the Arbiter, give me something that's tied into, of course, my boy Locke, give me something tied in with anybody else, Atriox, give me a background of Atriox story, whatever, but don't give me Master Chief yet. Let the people beg and wait for him. Don't just throw him out here all of a sudden. But anyway, what do you guys think about this whole Horizon Zero Dawn type of game that they're going to be working on? And if anybody has any ideas of thinking of what type of game it would be, like if they would use any of the old franchise characters to use on that, or this is going to be a new game, just throw it out there.
Okay, I got one. And Delilah's going to love this. Lizard Man from Brute Force. He's going to make the...
my God.
Yeah! Come on.
You're trolling.
You messy. You're messy tonight.
No, I mean, we put two together. You said UK, right? So, like...
Well, that was for... Okay, UK is for the first-person shooter. So
right. That's what I'm saying. First-person shooter, UK, I'm thinking Perfect Dark. Like, why not?
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. What about the Horizon Zero Dawn game? What do you guys think about that?
I think that's just something new. I think it's completely new IP. Mm-hmm. Hopefully it's record too, but I can pipe dream, I guess.
I think it's a new IP as well, because it is something that looks or acts or plays like Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit. They're gonna be like, oh, that's just a remake of that game. So I think it's just something totally new and different.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, go ahead, live.
No, when they say Horizon Zero Dawn type game, I think they just mean a game with a lot of trees in it or some shit.
Yeah. Greenery.
Right. A big open world game.
Yeah, with a lot of trees. They gotta have trees in it.
Okay. What do you think about it, Fonzarelli?
Yeah, you know what? I like Horizon Zero Dawn. I know it's not going to be a game exactly like that, but just the fact that it's going to be a big open world game, new IP, that's exciting for me.
And then it's from Microsoft. That is huge.
Because here's the thing, though. The Horizon Zero Dawn, I don't know why they use that as an example. Maybe they said that because it was a decent.
It's probably the newest thing.
You know, but honestly, to me, okay, as much as I liked that game, the story wasn't all that for me. Like,
it's not.
It was good, but it wasn't great. And I'm just hoping that Microsoft can pull off a great.
I think it's mostly like graphic fidelity. I mean, they were hiring for a graphic artist, so
yeah. But I want a great story, is what I'm saying for Microsoft. Right. They need a great, compelling story for a game over on their side. They need a great single player experience.
And see, I thought Quantum Break was that game.
It was that game. It was that game. Don't let the haters sway you the other way.
People hate on Quantum Break. People who hate on Quantum Break.
Yeah, people hate on Quantum. Look,
just imagine this. What if Quantum Break was the game that was launched with the X, and it was longer, bigger, and better? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been exciting. So,
right. I get that, but I'm just saying, like, people, I don't understand the bashing for Quantum Break, because the story on that is amazing.
Amazing. It was unique.
It did some things with time that I had never seen in a video game.
Yes, it was absolutely fire.
A lot of people is the videos that accompany.
You talking about the TV show in between the game.
Yeah.
I even enjoyed that. I even enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that.
That's cool, but honestly, that's sort of a niche thing that people.
Yeah, I mean, it did take you away from the game, and I can see that. It's kind of like the cut, like quick time events. You know, it take you away.
Well, you didn't have to watch those though. It was thing.
But doesn't Metal Gear do something like that? Like, they make you watch like 20-minute cutscenes.
See, I guess it's different because it's in game. It's not like you watching real people. And
yes,
yeah, I get it.
And Metal Gear is one of those games that some people hate. So, you know.
Well, let me just say this.
That would be so sick. Somebody in the comments said, "What if they renewed Scalebound?" And it's
look,
that's what that is.
2000 Reflex has been stealing my thunder, because I should have just cut in front of everybody and said it.
Get rid of Scalebound. It's not happening.
No. That's where you're wrong, Fonzarelli. That would be
chips in that basket. I'm not gonna die on that hill.
They kept that. Look, Microsoft. If there's one thing that Microsoft do not do, is waste their money. And the one thing, you are not going to keep that name property for a reason unless you're going to revitalize that game. And Reflex was in 2000 Reflex was thinking exactly what I was thinking. Like, you know, what would get people interested into hearing about this game? Say it's kind of like that it's familiar with Horizon Zero Dawn. What is Horizon Zero Dawn like? In a sense, it's like Scalebound for what we've seen, a big open world game with combat.
Don't do that.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm all in. I'm all in. Phil Spencer is not going to give up on it. Now, I don't think that he's going to have the JRPG element to it like he was going to have with Platinum. But I think that this game is going to come out to be in the likeness of Horizon Zero Dawn, but still have maybe dragons or maybe another type of evil.
Dragons.
Yeah, I'm just saying they can have dragons, but I don't. But that's more of a Japanese thing. I think they might change it out to be something else.
Fable. They could be doing Fable.
No, we already know Fable is coming.
If you want to go down Scalebound road, I could say, you know, it's going to be a big open adventure of, you know, a Game of Thrones type thing, you know.
Oh, yeah. The Witcher? Yeah, it could be like The Witcher. Look.
There you go. If it's a game sort of like The Witcher,
it would be. That's what I'm saying. Like if they can go, if it's a Scalebound type of game, which I'm leaning towards, that would be fantastic, because then it would shut up the naysayers that always talk about Scalebound. But if it's like The Witcher, you got a winner. And you know what? You know what? Oh my God! You know what they could do? You know what they could do, Fonz? You know what they can do, panel? You know what they can do? They can make Fable with Witcher style. They can make a more serious Fable and have similarities to The Witcher. What kind of game would that be? If you wouldn't buy that, you're not a gamer. In my opinion.
Listen.
I found it interesting. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think that's okay. But to me, if they really wanted to switch shit up and they want to do something with Fable, I would think it would be more interesting to make a Fable that's not exactly like The Witcher, but a little bit modern day. They made like a modern day type Fable. No, not talking about walking in cities and shit like that. I'm just talking about if on an alternate universe, like if what's that shit? Something in between, like, you know, Lord of the Rings and The Witcher. You know, something that falls.
Shadows of Mordor.
Shadows of maybe, but not play like Shadows of Mordor though.
Right. Like it would play more like maybe The Witcher, or
it would
play like Fable. Fable played fine, but what you want, but what everybody's been asking for Fable is for Fable to be more dark, more realistic, and
that's fine.
Yeah, and you know what? If they can go any direction with this. I mean, we do know that Lionhead Studios is not going to be making the next Fable, and even if the game is in the Horizon Zero Dawn spectrum, it could be Fable. It could be a renewed version of Scalebound. It could be anything. I'm just excited, and you know what? But that first-person shooter, that's perfect dark. I don't know.
It could be. That's perfect dark. Do you guys remember a developer that Microsoft closed a few months back when they were announced Fable closing? Also called Press Play.
Yeah,
and they did these games. They did this game called Project Knoxville and Project Dwarka and stuff like that. And Project Knoxville, like when I was looking at that game, because I was about to release a video for it, I still got it in the archives. I may still release it because there's some good things in that video. But the Darwin Project is a game they announced at the E3 conference. That is like pretty much Project Knoxville. And they also announced this game called Dark Rock Galactica, which is essentially Project Dwarka, and the Press Play team was making both of those games. So I find it interesting that they pretty much took those two IPs and gonna be releasing them on the Xbox One X. That's it.
That's cool. That's real cool. Anybody else? Fonzarelli, you got anything to say about that or anything?
No. I mean, I'm just excited for a new IP and what this could possibly bring for Xbox owners.
Yes.
I
agree.
I'm happy for Xbox owners. I really.
Exactly. The one thing that I'm positive for is during the interview that Phil had with I can't think of the guy's name, but it was refreshing because the interviewer was not being gentle with Phil. He was coming out and saying, "Look, this is what the fans has been saying. This is what the naysayers has been saying." And then Phil came back and said, "Look, we are totally committed to making exclusives for, making first exclusives and first single player exclusives for the Xbox." And the one thing that got me really excited is that he said the head of Microsoft was 100% all in and knew exactly what they wanted to do. So that right there let me know that, that they're not, saying it's not a separate thing. Microsoft is totally behind the Xbox brand. And then just look at what this X is doing. This damn thing is going to be the real deal. So I'm totally excited.
Mega is listening to I know it's just one developer, but he's talking the developers for Ark. Okay. The stuff that he's talking about with this system and his game, this game is very demanding on PCs.
Yo, that should be.
And the stuff that he's saying about, Xbox is.
What game are you talking about?
You know how he's saying it's really powerful, and they're going to be bringing this game at 60 frames per second. Like, that's insane. That Ark game, seriously, my son plays it on the regular Xbox One, and it's trash. It's like it gets down into like the single digit frame rate.
Yeah, that shit's stutter.
And on computers, it's demanding. So, if that doesn't like tell you the true potential of this console, I don't know what else does. I mean,
I don't know.
That right there, Fonz, that is a game that I think anybody who's a fan of that game doesn't give a fuck what frame rate is locked at, as long as that shit is consistent.
Yeah, I told my son about it.
That shit is great.
You're gonna get that game and play it, right? You're gonna play it. You're gonna let me play it. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. So he's gonna take over my damn X, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, this is good for gaming all across the board. I mean, if you really look at it from both sides, if Xbox was winning this generation, if it wouldn't be for the PlayStation, because PlayStation would be even extra hungry, and they would be going after and doing what they need to do to try to dethrone Xbox. But Xbox, we know that they have the capital, we know that they have the resources, but they came in arrogant. And now we're looking at it to me, I think we're looking at it all over again, like the PS2 going into the PS3 era, where PlayStation is just absolutely fucking arrogant. That E3 show was abysmal. I don't care what anybody say. That was a waste of damn time, in my opinion. Except for showing 3 games, which was God of War, Days Gone, and Spider-Man. Other than that, that show was.
I thought they had a good show. I mean, because I didn't get a chance to check it out while I was out in LA, so I had to. I came home and I was able to kind of watch it.
The show. This was the most beautiful thing about this E3 is that I got to stay away from everybody except for when I did a couple of podcasts with everybody, but. For the most part, I stayed away from everybody and just watched every conference. I mean, I watched the PC conference, I watched Nintendo's conference, I watched Ubisoft, I watched every conference. And I came out to be more excited to be a gamer than I did feeling like we were going down a tunnel of despair. You know what I'm saying? I was totally excited. So this is the thing right here. Wait, look. Xbox has got awoken because of PlayStation's dominance this generation. Just plain and simple. They got their teeth kicked in. And now it's coming to the point to where PlayStation is going to have to show improve because they started this generation with the resolution talk and the power talk. Now you're going to have to show us because that Pro is not giving anybody a little bit more. Yeah, I know I've never said that shit, but hold on.
Look like this. That's good for gamers though, because competition is always good. Competition is always good. So.
It's always good, and then even though it's incredible to see Nintendo with the least powerful system. Everybody talking about power, frame rates, this and that. Nintendo comes with this little weak ass system and rocks the house, and will be dominant, in my opinion, I think, this holiday season because Mario's coming, Splatoon's coming out here in August. They have games coming. I mean, that Yoshi, I'm not a big Yoshi fan, but Kirby is the shit. I like Kirby. And then that they're going to, and then they brought up Metro Prime, and then they're not going to do a Pokemon game. That right there is going to blow the Switch up. So, I mean, it's good. It's a good time that the big 3 is making their moves.
Oh, God.
What? You don't believe me?
I mean, yeah, that's right. I agree with Infamous. It's a good time to be a gamer. I mean, I don't want to, get too deep into like what console is going to do what or what platform is going to do what, because I think at the end of the day, we all win. Like, we all win. This is great.
Do, but I mean,
think of as an example.
Nintendo is a player, though. They're a player now.
Wait a minute, though. As an example, look at Madden. It has no competition. So I mean, it was competing against itself. That's not good. To me, that's not viable. Like that's why I wish they would do a 2K. They need to do a 2K football, but
I'm excited. Look, let me say this. I'm excited as hell that NBA Live is not giving up. I'm excited for that. Look, that Live looks good. It looks decent.
But I don't know how it's going to play. It always starts out looking good, mega, and then turns out to be trash.
You're right. Live is always
thank you, fun.
Patches.
Exactly.
Just like this. Remember,
patches up in there. I'm good with that.
But again, 2K has been arrogant. 2K has been arrogant with their online servers.
But remember,
that's their biggest issue, the damn online.
You remember NFL 2K though? That game was the shit.
Oh, it was great. It was great. And then they hoodwinked EA and said, we're going to give you 2K5 for $20. Man,
that's how they got motherfuckers. You know why they did that? Because nobody would give them a chance, yo. No. It's only the Dream, because like everybody was hardcore Dreamcast. They was fucking with 2K, but anybody who wasn't fucking with that Dreamcast, they was not fucking with 2K. They was like, fuck that, Madden. And they had to
2K that 1999 messed them up, boy.
I think they was making like a mil. I don't even know if they were selling a mil at the time. They might have been doing like like 500K or something like that.
Maybe,
I don't,
yeah.
It wasn't that many people that bought Dreamcast.
You were able to play that game online. Like
Yeah,
that was the first
awesome.
time I got a piece of online gaming was with the Dreamcast.
Exactly. And remember, the Dreamcast was so revolutionary. Remember the VU chips or what the VU?
The
The VU.
VMU.
Man, y'all need to stop talking about Dreamcast because y'all should have bought it back then. It'd be a lie today. It is what it is.
And
Oh, come on.
Hey,
Come on.
Dreamcast was great. Dreamcast was great, but nobody bought it. Get out of
I
here.
was a Sega fan.
I bought it day one.
I was a huge Sega fan.
Hey,
saying
my
not
mom
enough
let me
people bought it.
take the day off school to go pick it up. I remember that day.
To pick what up? To pick up what up, Fonz?
The
Yeah.
Dreamcast.
You know what? The Dreamcast.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but here's the thing. With the Dreamcast, those VMUs you were talking about, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he called it.
Pick your plays and everything, and nobody would be able to see it because you know how you're picking your plays on the
Yes.
TV and shit. Nah, you did that on the VMU, and your friends couldn't see right beside you. It was awesome.
Right. And then House of the Dead.
Right next to each other.
Yes.
But then that's how you separate the men from the boys, because then like you got, because remember they didn't put the whole play up there, like your whole scheme, so you had to be like, oh fuck, all right, I gotta know exactly what this play is, what I'm picking. I gotta know how to do the audible like correctly. Like that shit was intense, man.
It was very intense. It was very
intense. They still make games for the Dreamcast today?
Oh, I don't know about that. Do they? I didn't know that. I didn't know
There's
that.
developers still making games for it today. Very rare.
It's probably still viable in Japan.
It's a great system.
It's really viable. It's just people hold on to that system so much. The guys, people out there are making games for it because you can. Like
people like 8-bit games too, like cartridges and everything. People, it's got like a cult following and things like that.
Well, yeah, at this point, people can still make games for it. They bootleg the shit out of it, so you know.
That's why.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's probably easy as hell to make games for it. They could just make.
You didn't hear it from me, but you can get an emulator. Okay, but anyway.
I don't know if you get an emulator. You
can get an emulator. Trust me, you can. But that's okay.
No, I'm saying, but you have to jailbreak it, don't you?
Okay. Emulator is what you can put it on your PC. No.
I was talking about actual the Dreamcast console.
Yeah, no, I got a Dreamcast. Well, let me stop that. I'm lying. I had a Dreamcast and it got stolen. What I had when I let my ex kids play with it, and then they put it in a box, and then one of them little bad motherfuckers stole it, and I was mad as hell. I was like, I'll never do it again. So, and so I'll just hold on to my older consoles. But that's the thing. It's just that look, man, the Dreamcast was a fantastic console. I don't know what Sega was doing. I don't know where you had Power Stone, you had Dirt Devils. Man, one of my little secret favorite games was playing Space Channel 5. I loved that game.
Yeah, that game was hard, man.
Shimu.
I was always fucking that shit up.
Yeah, man. They had a lot of cool titles. I mean, Echo the Dolphin. I mean, I was a Sega fan from way back from the Genesis days. Now, when it came to the Saturn, or the PS1, that's when I was working at a pizza joint, and I had to earn my own money to get one. I was still in high school, and so I had to go with the cheaper option, which was the PlayStation. So I had to get the PlayStation 1. But no one could tell me anything bad about the PS1, even though I bought like 7, 8 of them bitches because it kept on overheating. Well, the eye kept messing up. And you remember you had to flip the PlayStation 1 upside down to make the games play? I don't know if anybody else remember that.
Shit sucked.
I never had that problem.
I went through 7 or 8 of them bitches. If it wasn't for my homeboy that worked at KB Toy Store and let me turn in, he would say, "Man, give me $50 and I'll let you get it." He was over here. He was over here getting money, man. He was raking cash. But regardless, I still bought it, man. The PS1 to this day is my favorite console of all damn time ever. Fuck the PS2, the PS1. The PS1, and then you put that mod chip in it, and you can play games like Thrill Kill. If anybody ain't played Thrill Kill, that was a stupid, wild game. Like that was dark and just insane. Like it was wild.
Oh, okay. That's why.
That's what's up.
Anyway,
so, man, I mean,
I bought the worst selling console ever.
What was that?
For $700.
Oh, the 3DO?
3DO.
My mama told me, she's like, "You lost your damn mind, boy. This is more than a house note."
I played 2 games on that damn thing. One of them was Samurai Showdown. I played that game to death. But
those
the other one
look great.
was like Gex. Remember Gex? That little platformer?
Oh yeah.
Who made that game? It wasn't Sega, was it? Who made that game?
Nah, Crystal Dynamics, I think, right? Crystal Dynamics. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
With the little gecko.
Speaking of games, when you guys played the Friday the 13th game, I know Infamous has been playing it.
I heard some good stuff about it if you play with friends.
Yeah, you said they got a game that's kind of just like it though.
Death
by Daylight. How is it when you compare it to Death by Daylight? Because I heard it's like the same concept.
I haven't played either.
From what? I didn't
hear concept, but no,
really?
It's the same concept, but I like Friday the 13th. I love Jason, so.
Okay.
Oh yeah, well let's jump on to Friday the 13th. You know what I'm saying? We went way off topic. We went way off topic talking about the Dreamcast.
Trying to bring us back, man. I was trying to bring us back.
I love talking about old because then gaming to me was pure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was.
The one thing that there was a console war back then, but this was how the console war was back then. You know, I was never a Super Nintendo fan at all. I was a Sega Genesis guy, and so when the so when we had Mortal Kombat, the homeboy would come over to my house and then he would want to whoop my ass. And so I'm like, no, you can't whoop me in my own house. So then I go to his house and he had the Super Nintendo and I would say, man, this shit sucks. Because I wouldn't say shit. I was still a kid. I was like, this sucks. This don't even have blood in it. So he would whoop my ass and I would try to get, you know what I'm saying? Because I was in his house. So what we did is that we went to our mamas or daddies or whoever, you know what I'm saying? For me, it was just my mom, me and my mom's. And I begged her for a Super Nintendo. And so when I got a Super Nintendo on my birthday, or it was on my birthday, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to practice on that Mortal Kombat so I could whoop his ass at all times. And when I went over to his house, I was surprised because his ass had a Sega Genesis. So it came to that was pure gaming. Like there was no hate for the console. It was just that I wanted to be a better gamer than you. That's what it was back then. So anyway, I digress. Let me get on to the topic. Friday the 13th got a patch. It's where's that? It's got a
free DLC, double XP.
Yeah, free DLC. Yeah, it's got all of that stuff. And you know, I got rid of mine. I couldn't. It was unplayable. I said this shit's got to go. So who has it? Who still has it? And have you played with the enhancements and everything? Does it play really good and smooth? Who has it?
Friday 13th.
Yeah, Friday the 13th.
I don't think are we only 2 left in here?
I had it, but I gave it. I got my refund.
I know Infamous, you play Friday 13th, right? She said she likes it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I watched it. I haven't played it.
I love it so much. Thank you, Infamous.
Thank you, Infamous.
I know she streams it, so that's like as much.
Livewires, you haven't really played it, right?
I haven't played it at all.
Okay, well, how about Flipper?
Oh. All right.
But no, I'm curious about it. I've watched a couple streams on it, but I just can't. I got so many memories when it comes to Jason, so it's like, man, I'm scared it's gonna be bad. Like,
that's what it is. Yeah, you don't like scary stuff, huh?
Yeah, no, you already know. I don't mess around with scary.
Oh man, you got Aliens Isolation.
Here's the thing. I love Friday the 13th. I love the movies and everything, but this game, when it came out, I heard so much bad about it. It got so much bad press that I didn't.
That's the thing.
And then I have friends that are telling me that if you play with friends, this game is fun as hell. So.
Because you don't you rotate who plays Jason?
Yeah.
And so like you go through and
you either get kill or be killed. You know, that's what the game is.
I never got a chance to play it. I've watched people stream it, and I've even watched like Mooch and them play it and Snaps and them, because they gave money to the game. To help fund it, like for the Kickstarter or whatever. And so, I watch play and I'm like, you know what, graphically it doesn't look that great, but it just looks like a good, fun streaming game. I want to get into it. I couldn't even get in, guys. I couldn't. I never played the game, and I had it for over a week. And so I knew I had, it was in that 7-day frame. So I called Xbox. They gave me my refund.
Hey, man, there's no problem. Just boom.
Yeah, no problems. Boom.
You know what? I need to.
$40 for $40. A game should work.
Yeah. Speaking of games and downloads, did you guys pre-order Cuphead? Did they get that up?
I'm gonna wait till it's closer.
You gonna wait till okay? Bet. I go ahead and cop that. I went ahead and copped it because I'm like, man, I'm buying it anyway. I want to support them anyway. I want to support.
Yeah,
them.
I'm
like last E3 last year, like 2016. I got to talk with some of the guys that did some of the art and stuff like that. So and it was really cool. So I was like, I'm gonna support their game once it drops. And it has been a long time. Good Lord, but finally, yes, I went ahead and copped it.
But Cuphead, that shit's gonna be special. I was talking about it in a podcast with a couple of people, and
I just worried it's not gonna have enough platforming levels. Like it's gonna have the boss battles and stuff like that, which I understand, but I don't think it's gonna have enough.
Yeah, I think at a minimum that game's gonna sell like $1 million easy.
That may be why the price point is the way it is.
$20.
But honestly,
good.
But then again, Ori and the Blind Forest was $20 too. That was a lot of shit in there too.
Exactly, they did Ori the same way.
Ori was amazing.
Yeah, to me, Ori is a perfect game. Like that's honestly, to me 10 out of 10.
Guys,
10 out of 10.
We're saying this or not, I don't know, but I'm going to tell you right now. For this generation, for the Xbox, that's my favorite exclusive.
Yeah.
Ori.
Me too.
Yeah. It's a beautiful game. It's well made. It's
gameplay, sound, art. That game's perfect. 10 out of 10.
About that game.
10 out of 10. Okay, that game eats. What's the other game they did? The indie game they did.
The game where you're floating around, Flower or what? No,
not Flower. The one with the boy. He's walking around this little
inside.
Inside. Like.
Yeah.
Man, Ori eats inside for lunch. Like easy.
Oh yeah, Ori.
I agree.
Inside though, but
inside was dope, but
inside did go hard though.
Really challenging.
That thing was wild.
Ori. When you guys saw Ori 2 at E3, was that?
Oh my dude, I almost cried because I absolutely love that game.
You got mad videos on here of people crying to watching the Ori reveal. I was like,
Ori is special. Ori is special.
Now,
special game.
Ori got feelings, man.
I played it for about like 4 or 5 hours, but I have not. I haven't beat it because
I beat Ori twice.
Really?
I beat the regular one and the definitive edition.
I have such a huge
backlog. DE edition is so good. Like the new moves and the new areas, the DE edition, and then you can warp different parts of the map.
Well, that's what I got as the definitive edition.
Yeah.
Play that.
I got the 100% yesterday on that shit on Ori. I was like, fuck it, I could just finish it now. And you gotta find everything in that bitch though. Like when they mean everything, they mean everything to 100%.
But if you love
crystal shits.
If you love Metroidvania though, it's no problem. Like you want to find everything in that game. You know what I mean? Because
to me, you naturally just go through everything in the progression of the game. So if you're like a completionist, it's not really that hard. Like once you beat the actual game, then you could just easily kind of go back and then
especially in the DE edition, you can go back and play. Play through
the only part that was hard for me was the because I'm trying to remember. It was like some part where where the owl was, where you have to go out the tree and all that shit.
Yeah, it gets locked out. Like I remember that part.
All right, so when you go in that, like I couldn't remember how to get to that original spot, so I had to reverse it just to get to like some orbs and shit.
Believe it or not, on the first one, not the definitive edition, but the original one, like it can lock you out. You can't go back to that area. So in the definitive edition one, you can go back to that area because that little rock it fades out when you walk past it.
Yeah,
I know that game like backward and forward because I absolutely love that game.
Yeah, so I was talking about the definitive one. It's letting me go back.
Yeah,
it's letting me warp, and I had to reverse it. That shit's kind of hard. But you gotta really use all that shit, like that power burst. It's like
the new move with one with the 3 throw the bombs and stuff.
Well, that they have that one, and then they have the one where you could charge and like.
Oh yeah, that's why I can't wait for the next game. Because I'm like, what else can they come up with? Because
like Ori has like 9. He has like 9 different moves. I think it is.
Yeah, it plays different with the definitive edition, right?
Yeah, you get new moves. You get new attacks and stuff.
They give you like 3 different moves. I think it is. They give you the grenades. You can throw the grenades. You can do the You can do
all of them. They're really cool, man. They're really cool.
You do the and you do the air charge.
The game is challenging for me because I like playing my games on hard. Sometimes for I'm just being stupid.
You get better though. Like that's the thing with that game. Like you start off sucking and dying every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But then you get like really good.
Does the new move make it easier?
Huh? Yeah, it got an easy mode on it too. On the definitive edition.
Make it easier though.
Oh yeah. Because you can get to places faster and quicker and stuff like that.
But seriously, with Cuphead though, the art style is what gets me on that game.
Right.
That's why I want to pick it up. When I was younger, I used to love those old cartoons, the way they looked.
Me too. Yes. When I first seen Cuphead, I was mesmerized. Like I got to have this game, and for $20, I never really thought about the price.
Treatment. It's getting the Ori treatment.
I never thought about the price, and then like when you hear $20. And then look, there's no offense to Shadow of the Colossus because it looks great.
Oh God!
For a $60 price tag for a PlayStation 2 game, that's pretty insane to me.
But think about it, it might be a full remake, like a full blown.
It is a remake. It looks great.
Remake. It is for $60. I don't see it being an issue for those that are just getting into the game for the first time.
Right, because they've never played it before. That's right.
R2. On PlayStation.
No, but you just said. Okay, well, no. I loved it too. I played like Inko and then Shadow Colossus. They're great.
Inko, however you say it, but yeah,
Inko. I'm always getting corrected of how I say it.
I don't even know how you say that.
Just let me be country. That's all I tell them. Yeah. So, but they're both great. Yeah, but they were great games. It's just that for me is that you guys were talking about Ori Definitive Edition. And there's extra moves, there's extra this. Yeah. There's no extras to Shadow of the Colossus. There's no extra boss or nothing.
A lot of people have to understand. I had to think about it for a while too after that came out because I was shocked by that price tag at first.
So, wait a minute.
You think about it, it's a full remake. These devs put time and effort into this game. This is not just like, we took the same assets and just ported it over and then bumped up the resolution. They actually built this game from the ground up again. So,
that's right. But even Gears of War Ultimate, I think came out with what, 30?
Yeah, it was $30.
Gears of War Ultimate was like $30.
Well, to be honest, because of what I see with Shadow of Colossus and these other games, I don't think PlayStation's going to invest in backwards compatibility ever.
Oh no,
of course not.
I don't see it happening.
They have their model is not bad though. You guys fail to realize.
No.
Their model is not all that bad. Like you can buy those games.
The reason why they picked up Gaikai and is doing that whole streaming thing is because they cannot do the backwards compatibility just like Xbox can. Right?
I get that.
The cell processor and everything in the PS3 and all that, or PS2, and it was just all like it's not that easy to do. Xbox has an easier time porting their games. The 360 anyway. The Xbox OG games are just being brute forced onto the machine because they're older. They can do that.
All I'm saying is, Fonz, I'm thinking like when the PS5 comes out, right? I don't see PS4 making and Sony making PS4 games backwards compatible, only because. When PS5 comes out, right, they're going to have a lot of games that aren't ready, right? And Sony is notorious for just remastering games that are already on PS4.
Yeah, but I think when PS5 hits, they will because they've got the x86 architecture already. It's already in place. They know the fans want that. They're going to do that. They will have PS4 games backwards compat. But by that time, honestly, we have to see where their business model goes with the PS5 to begin with, because each generation that starts really shows both.
Then announce a release date for the
find out anything. We won't find out who's gonna, lead who until that even starts, and that's not for another 2-3 years. I'm not even worried about all that right now.
Did you guys hear me?
Yeah, no, we're here.
I said, did they announce a release date for those Shadow Colossus?
No, I thought it was 2018.
October, right?
It's 2018.
October 27th, I think it is, or something like that.
Oh, it comes out this year?
Oh, Shadow of the Colossus? Yeah, I think it does.
It does. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I thought it said 2018, but okay, cool. That's cool. That's
awesome.
4 games. There's only 4 coming out for Sony this year.
Right, and that's another thing that I have to talk about.
And a couple of them
no. It says it comes out next year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it was 2018. But
2018.
That Shadow of the Colossus would have definitely helped for the end of the year for PlayStation, because I have to talk about it because.
So what games is on just legit asking, what game's coming out in the fall for?
Noonie Cooney 2, which Noonie Cooney 2.
That's the name. Good Lord.
That's the name of the game. Noonie Cooney. What is it called?
It's like Nino Cooney.
Nino Cooney.
Nino Cooney. Oh, look. Nino Cooney. Nino Cooney 2. Nino Cooney 2. Let me be country. And Gran Turismo. Now look, I have to talk about Gran Turismo, man. I have to. Don't
even go there. Don't even go there, bro.
No, I have.
Let's talk about Far Cry 5. Let's go ahead and move on.
No. Let's just short. No.
If anybody wants
Granddaddy of them all.
If they want Gran Turismo, the definitive edition will be on the Xbox One X, and it's going to be called Forza 7. So pick that up.
You trolling.
Look, man. Gran Turismo. I call it Turismo, but Gran Turismo, whatever the hell you want to call it. GT Sport confirmed, and it's only going to be 140 cars, 15. I say 17
I don't
tracks.
think that's a problem. Why y'all? I swear, man, y'all get caught up in. I mean, who wants to collect 700 cars? Think about that.
Wait, come on, look.
Seriously, think about that.
I got 300. I got 300 cars on Forza 3 right now.
700 though, but come on now.
Hey, bro, I'm getting all of them. Look.
Yeah, that's a lot of cars.
700 cars.
Who wants to do that? Who wants to spend all that time collecting 700 cars? Nobody.
No,
I know.
Because you keep playing the game. It brings up the longevity.
Dude, I'm sorry. They could have easily been like 400, 300. That's
okay,
cool. 700 cars.
Delilah.
Well, it's not.
The question: GT has not been out for. GT has been gone for about a decade.
I think it's a problem with them in regards to like development, because they just can't get it together. I think it's a development problem.
Graphically,
you can't beat them up because they only got 150 cars. Come on.
Yes, I can.
150 cars kind of shallow though.
That game is supposed to be. That game is look.
Can't always calling somebody messy. You messy.
No. Look. That game is supposed to go against. It's up against Forza. It's up against Need for Speed. It's up against Project Cars 2.
I don't think Need for Speed cars like that.
No, I don't. Clearly not.
No, that Need for Speed looked dope. I don't care what y'all say.
I actually played it. I played the new Need for Speed.
What do you think about it?
It was good. Like the controller had that burnout, like you could take cars down and stuff. It was dope. It also has the cop chases and the helicopters.
It reminds me of Burnout with a little bit of a split second, and I'm excited about that. But
I'm happy about the cop chases and the helicopters and stuff. I remember that on Most Wanted.
Speed is always that's the next level.
See, before they took out the helicopters at one point though. They had they had the cops, but then they had the helicopters.
Hey, back in the very first Hot Pursuit, back on PlayStation 1, which, like I say, man, the greatest console of all time. You used to kill the cops. Like there was this one stage where, well, there was plenty of stages where you could light their ass up, but there was it was a white. It was looking like it was off the shore or something, and there was the apartment complexes, or it was some kind of ritzy area with these white condominiums or something. And you used to go, and I used to ride, and them cops used to be talking that shit, and they would say, "We get it right here," and I would ram their ass into the wall, and they'd be, "Ha!" That would be like so liberating. And then you have the 2-player split screen.
Hammond's always going these rants. Yeah.
Fire.
So let's
But but GT Sport.
Yeah, it's going these rants.
Hey, those sounds, man.
It sounds so faint, like it's coming from his phone or something.
No, yeah, it's just pretty loud. I got it on. I got my speaker on the floor, but I'm just saying for GT. No, look, I'll turn it up for their ass. GT. Nobody ain't got time for that. You got all these races coming out. Even the Crew 2 looks good. You got both.
No, I was not.
Oh man, I'm copping that. I'm copping that. I'm copping that.
Now I did like the fact that they had the boats and the I like the fact they had the boats
and planes
and the planes. That was dope. Yeah. But other than that, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. And you know what? And James 176 said the auto log from Need for Speed. Fire! I like that shit because I got a dope picture with me with a hoodie on. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, so we'll move on from that. But I just had to light the ass up, man, because that is an embarrassment. You going against the new king of racers.
Forza is doing it though. Like it's hard to compete with that.
Forza is unbelievable. 4K 60. Oh my God, that looked real. I thought I was watching TV. That shit looked dope. But anyway, we're gonna move on. Talk something positive for PlayStation. Okay, Naughty Dog. They said, hey, y'all should have known this already. Uncharted isn't done yet. So that means.
Wait, isn't it coming out in the fall?
Well, yeah,
that's gonna be a problem.
They had the Lost Legacy. That's the DLC that's coming. Which I commend.
Okay. I thought it was a full game, not a DLC.
It's a full game, but it's DLC.
It's still DLC, but I commend Sony for that one because normally they do not come with any DLC, but they did that with Neo. Did I say that right? Did I say Neo right?
Hey, fuck that. It isn't a full game. It's not, Mega. It's DLC. It's a 10-hour DLC. That's what that is. We can't call that a full game.
Delilah called it a full game.
It's not a full game. That's what you're telling me.
Because it's taking all the assets from 4 and it's just expanding on 4.
Well, yeah, it does look the same.
Well, see, look, though. We don't know how long the game is. We don't know.
10 hours. That's what it's
10 hours.
Yeah,
so it's a 10-hour DLC, is what you're saying.
Yes. For $40.
Is it 10 hours?
Not bad.
They said on there. Look, I'm looking at the website now. They said that it's not DLC. It says not just DLC. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it is DLC.
Just DLC. It's DLC.
It's DLC. Okay.
It's DLC.
They're trying to spin it.
It's gonna be fun, and there's gonna be a lot of climbing in it. Okay.
Man, dang, Fonz, you seem like you're a little.
Yeah.
It rubbed you a little wrong.
No. I really liked Uncharted 4 for what it gave me. The story, the playthrough was nice. But it was a climbing simulator. There was a lot of climbing in it, and that threw me off a bit. Like I was pissed off at that. I'm like, I gotta climb again. And then when you had to flashback to be the kid, I was so pissed off.
Oh yeah, the kid thing was it made me understand a little bit, but then it was like, okay, when am I going to get down to some business? Because the kid in the church, you got to climb up. I'm like, come on, this kid just can't drop on the ground and sneak through a hole and then he can meet up with his brother.
Hey, you're going to get Fonzarelli real right now. That game does not open up till Chapter 7. I'm sorry, it takes Chapter 7 to really get going good on that game.
Well, I haven't got to Chapter 7 yet, so
exposed. You ain't beat it exposed.
What you mean can't be exposed? I'm on my
look. He ain't beat Uncharted.
He ain't beat Uncharted yet.
No, I haven't beat Uncharted. Look, man, my Xbox is always on, man. I turn on my PlayStation 4 is my secondary system. I'll get to it when I get to it. I thought the game is beautiful. And I played it, and then I get this feeling like I'm kind of bored. I want to come on the X. I want to jump on here and play some.
I'm
just
giving you a hard time, man.
Yeah, man. It's not. Look, I got 50, 55, 56 PlayStation games. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? I'm supporting the brand. I'm supporting gaming, baby.
All right. So in the chat, if you're still rocking with us in the chat, what games are coming out PlayStation 4 this fall? Like not next year, not no delays. This fall.
Cooney 2 and
Uncharted. I'm not sorry. I'm not worrying about Nino Cooney 2. I'm talking about like something non-RPG Japanesey that I can get into. Like, go ahead.
They don't have any of that.
Listen, we got Horizon Zero Dawn DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We got
more DLC on top of more DLC on top of more.
No, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. This is a legit question.
We got Knack 2.
Oh, you know what that Knack is?
Knack 2.
Hey, sometimes the sequels are better than the first game. Now, sometimes the sequels are better.
You know,
actually, I don't know. What is that? Wait, did you see Knack on the floor?
I didn't see Knack 2 on the floor.
Or were you just not? You ain't look for it.
I really didn't. It was so crowded over there, man. I just like nah. I'm an Xbox person, man. I mean,
you guys got to screw over my PlayStation like that. Thanks.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Super Lucky Tales. I was surprised.
Hey, go on, Fonz. Tell me what game's coming. Come on now.
Okay. We have DLC. We've got Uncharted DLC. We've got Horizon Zero Dawn DLC. We also have Knack 2, GT Sport. And that's
GT
about
Sport.
it.
Hell yeah.
You know, okay. Juan sits there and says that I don't know if Hellblade is a full exclusive or if it's timed exclusive.
Hey, I tried.
Because I know Hellblade's come to
asking them. They haven't responded to me though.
Hey, I tried to put some enthusiasm into all that, guys, and did it come off a little bit more exciting for those games?
Oh man. Yeah, I still was like, Hellblade. Okay, Hellblade. That might be something. That don't look crazy.
Hellblade looks amazing.
I think it's going to be real short for some reason.
Yeah. Hellblade looks.
I don't know.
Insane. Hellblade looks good, but you know what? It still has that over the shoulder.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot. Somebody said Crash Bandicoot.
Oh man, come on now.
It said 6 hours long. What's 6 hours long?
Crash Bandicoot.
No. I'm talking about one Battle Roku, whatever his name is. He says cost 30. It's called Crash Bandicoot.
I thought Crash Bandicoot that was 40.
No, they said what? I'm trying to figure out what he said is 6 hours long. He said something 6 hours long. Hellblade. He said Hellblade is 6 hours long and costs $30.
Oh really? Hellblade is 6 hours long. Come on, people being messy. People get messy.
No, they're not.
Anyway, we're almost on the wrap up. We're about to wrap it up. The list. Okay.
You're right. It does cost $30 in it. Wow.
Okay. There's a new Atari console coming. Have anybody seen this? I mean, I'm excited for it because, you know, there hasn't been an Atari console since the Jaguar, which I don't think anybody remembers, other than the dumb people that bought it. So, like moi. But anyway, from what the picture looks like, they show a little glimpse of it. It looks like it's the Atari Mini. It looks like they're bringing it back to the roots and giving you the old school, you know what I'm saying, the real deal. How like when I was a young lad, that's what I used to game on. So only just make people call me an old man. They call me what's that monkey's name in The Lion King? Rafiki? What's his name? Rafiki. That's what?
Do you even try? Are you even trying to remember these names? You're killing me.
I'm country, man. Look, Rafiki. I just know he's just a monkey, man. That's all I know. He's a monkey.
He messed up my name one time too.
I didn't mess up. Look, I was drinking that night, and I said, what, Delilah?
Delilah.
Remember that character from Lion King, Sinbad? I'm like, really?
It's Ricky. Anyway, so does anybody care about the Atari Mini? Because that's what it looks like. But I mean, is anybody excited for the Atari Mini to come back?
Did they say it was going to be a throwback console?
No, they've given it. They haven't said anything.
Here's the thing: if it is sort of a throwback, you know, and it's like one of those NES Minis, nobody's really going to care about those old games, seriously, because the Atari 2600 being my first console, I have a lot of fond memories of Pac-Man, Adventure, Stampede, even, you know, just silly games back then. And nowadays, just don't
Dodging was my game.
They don't really appeal to even little kids.
Yeah, Atari doesn't. Yeah, because it's very, very.
But man, I'll cop it.
I would buy it too, just for nostalgia reasons. I mean, you saw the video teaser, it had like the wood grain. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if this thing comes out to be a 4K 60 beast?
You never know. Like I doubt it, but I'll be honest.
They tried with the Jaguar. That Jaguar was actually a decent system.
Let's see, what's their funding looking like?
That controller.
What is Atari's funding looking like? Like, who's backing Atari right now?
I didn't buy it.
Atari went bankrupt, and then they kind of resurfaced themselves. That's what I read in the articles, that they went bankrupt, and now they're coming back into, you know, their own, and they're building hardware. So you know, they weren't a software
even
company. Now they're going back into the hardware.
Even if they came back and they tried to do something big against Sony and Microsoft, it's DOA. They're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to break into this market now.
I think that they're trying to. I think that I don't think. Look, that's why I think it's the mini to compete against the mini of the mini NES and the mini Super NES. So I think that's perfect.
As much as I was a fan of the Atari back in the day, and I'm talking 80s, I would not buy it today.
Man, you wouldn't play Pitfall, James. Man, James 176. No, that shit was.
What was that?
Okay. Like when he used to jump, he would go, and then he would jump over, and then like when he would go over on the when he would jump on the swing line,
you know,
man, those noises. If you play the game, you know those noises, man.
You lost 2 people watching.
When he died, he would go. That shit was dope. And it was always when I jumped on the goddamn alligator head.
Oh my goodness, man.
No, I used to love when he used to make this sound on that game. It was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Echoed it often. No joking.
Oh man, this is a wild ass show. Anyway,
and there you go. There's the sound.
There you go. Told you. I told you. Told you.
Yep.
Told you. That's when you died. Man, play it one more time. Play it one more time, Fonzarelli. Okay, know what we were gaming like.
Set it up for you guys. I'm going to set it up. So Mega's playing, and he's about to jump over the alligator pit, and then all of a sudden, oh, Mega lost.
That was exactly it. Because where I mostly always died, I had to jump on the heads. Remember, I had to jump on the heads of the crocodile. And I always would fall in the damn mouth. Like I would get, like there was one time I got like 5 levels, and then I was like, yes, because they would do different colors. That was that. Look, levels in old school gaming back then, when you knew you progressed, it would be a different color. Like
that's true. The whole world was different color.
Yeah, there'd just be different colors. Like, look, we don't got no true frames.
But Mecca, see, this is the thing, though. You're just as old as I am, okay? We're a couple of old bastards here.
Oh, yeah.
This Atari, though, even if it came out as a mini, are you excited for it?
I am. I'm very excited for it. I will
nostalgia, man.
Nostalgia. Hey, Mooch can say nostalgia is a hell of a drug, but man, it's real shit. I will show it.
Getting it just to put it on, you know, to set it up somewhere, but you ain't playing that shit.
I'm going to play Dodgem. Dodgem was my game. Dodgem.
Can you imagine Mega sitting there, old ass Mega playing this shit? No, he's got that shit on surround sound. And got Atmos sound and that shit. Oh, fuck that.
Man, that's fire. Man, one more time, man. That shit right now.
Just slap you.
I'll find a damn Atari later. Play that shit right now. Man, play that sound one more time. That's fire.
Yeah, fire for who?
That's just crack. That's dope. Anyway, people might think I'm on crack for saying that.
Yes.
Anyway, all right, we're about to wrap this up. Man.
I really we would like Stephen A. Smith, but like he's a crackhead.
I know that we couldn't hit every topic. Of course, I knew already that when I threw all them damn topics at everybody. But you know what? We're going to wrap it up because it is Friday night and people got things to do. I'm supposed to be playing Zaire in Tekken again and whooping his ass. I'm gonna beat the brakes off his ass this time. I was being nice to him last time.
You know, he beat King's Blood bad yesterday, and he was talking shit like he was the best. I'm like, wait till Mega gets your ass.
I'm gonna whoop his motherfucker. While we were playing. I don't think everybody was hearing my voice, but I was playing Tekken online, and I went 10-3. I went 10-3, just going ranked matches. Like he just don't know, and the net code is right. So if he's skipping, then it's Zaire shit. It's Zaire. It ain't K Mega. It's Zaire shit. But anyway, we're about to wrap it up. Livewire, go ahead and tell everybody. Hey, look. We about to. Sister Delilah, can you go get the church plate so we can raise our offering?
That's right. I'm going to get the play. Going to pass it around. Going to pass it around.
Yeah. We're gonna pass it around. We're gonna pass it around. Anybody want to give us give us donations? Go right ahead. You know what I'm saying? We was doing the Lord's work tonight. And so Livewire, go ahead and tell the brothers and sisters in the congregation about yourself and what you do.
This is Livewire. I make wild shit. I put videos out as you said what? Flipper.
Live Flipper.
That's my cousin, bro. Like Flipper's my cousin. No, but yeah.
It's so silly.
This is your boy. Check out my videos, man. I put out some dope shit here and there. Try to keep people entertained with my energetic way of and that's about it. Catch me on GRG. Every time, even though I don't get invited, somehow I get in here.
Yeah, I don't know how you get the link, bro. Like, it's weird.
I don't know.
I'll be bumming off the DMs.
Oh man.
Oh, I know how he does it. He comes up through the toilet water.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's it.
Like New York rats, man. I climb right in your house. The toilets.
Oh man. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our next brother on the stage. Don't you have an announcement? Don't you have an announcement to make to the people out there?
Unfortunately, guys, for now, I've got to take a break from GRG for a few months at least. I will be back at some point. I've got to work Friday nights now, so I will not be able to make GRG. Aww. On some nights, I may be able to make it, and I will jump on if I can and rock out with everybody here. But for now, I'm going to have to take a break. So, but I will see everybody on Twitter, and I'll be jumping on other podcasts and stuff when I can. But yeah. Work, calls, and I've got to go. So 6 days a week for me for work.
That's random. Yeah, that's it. And you know what? Life first, man. You know what I'm saying? Gaming is just a hobby. So we totally understand, and the seat is always ready for you when you come back.
And you know what? I just want to say something real quick about all of you. Meeting everybody here on this panel has been fantastic. I've met some good people, made friends. And that's what it's all about in the gaming community. That's what it should be about. I know sometimes we bump heads, but at the end of the day, seriously, I respect each and every one of you for so many different reasons. And I appreciate you guys offering up a seat to me here on GRG. And I will not take that for granted.
Well, thank you. Thank you. That's you know what I'm saying. It's an honor to work with you. Oh man, it's been an honor to work with you. Like I think a lot of people now understand how special of a person that you are, especially being a PlayStation guy amongst a lot of people that are pro Xbox, and how we meshed and how we worked together. And like everybody was telling you last night after a multiplayer, like you're the most sane PlayStation gamer, which I know that there's plenty of other sane PlayStation gamers out there. But you know what I'm saying? But you're realistic. And when PlayStation do something wrong, you light them up. When Xbox do something wrong, you light their ass up. And that's what GRG is all about. And that's why you're part of the family, man, and always will be. So yeah,
And that said, I'm still gonna steal Delilah from you at one point. That's gonna happen.
Wait, see, that's a whole other topic. See, anyway, so we go move on from that.
Remember, I told you that on the second show I was on.
You did tell me that. You did tell me that. Then like, what was really crazy?
I'll meet you in the lab. Fine.
Yeah. See, this is what was bad, right? Like, I came in here, I try to talk all proper. We got ladies on the show and stuff, and I'd be like, "Welcome to GRG, ladies and gentlemen. I want to introduce myself as K-Maker 405. Then this fool come out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, all day, introduce me to Fonzarelli. Then I'm like, what's up, Fonzarelli? Then he comes and he's like, hey, everybody. then infamous Delilah is like, oh my God, is he on milk? Is he just coming on here just to be a guest or what, nigga? Oh my God, dang, words. Yeah, so it is
what it is.
Don't hate, man. Don't hate.
Whatever. Hey, don't get deep around here. Just don't get deep around here. Anyway, so
my name is Locke.
Let's say you gotta stop that shit. Anyway, Delilah,
Yes.
go ahead and tell everybody what you're doing. Give your information. Go ahead. Let's go.
Absolutely. You know, you guys can just follow me on Twitter, Delilah_HD. You know, I'm definitely cooking up some things in the lab, and just stay tuned. Just follow me to find out more.
No doubt, no doubt. As All Day would say,
The plate coming on around. Just
pass the plate around. Thank everybody. This is your boy K Mega 405 live from the 405. As we are about to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you so much for coming to the GRG. This is that new thing right now, that late night. I'm about to go ahead and crack some of this good hooch. And we about to have a great damn Friday night. Everybody, have a great night. Be safe. We appreciate you guys so much. So thank you.
All day just stole from the plate. He's running out the door. Get him.
They goddamn, he keeps stealing the goddamn money. We got to do something about that. Oh, with the church. I'm sorry. I'm about to go to hell. Oh my goodness. Anyway, good night, everybody.
You forget this is like Vampire in Brooklyn. He was like, there gotta be some bad.
Vampire in Brooklyn. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Yeah.
love.